Assalamualaikum and hi. We are student from Applied Science TAPA from class S120513. We are going to present high performance liquid chromatography. On this video, we are going to present introduction, methodology, discussion, result and conclusion. Are you guys ready? Let's start.
Is a type of column chromatography used in biochemistry and analysis to separate, identify, and quantify active chemicals. The primary component of HPLC are an analytical column which holds the packing material, a pump that drives the mobile phase through the column, and a detector that displays the molecule retention time. The interaction between the stationary phase, the molecules be analyzed, and the solvents utilized affect the retention time. The sample to be analyzed is added to the mobile phase stream in a tiny amount and is slowed down by chemical or physical interaction with the stationary phase. Any miscible combination of water or organic liquids like methanol and acetonitrile can be used as the common solvent. Gradient elution is the process of varying the mobile phase composition during the analysis through separation. The gradient separates analyzed mixture based on the analyzed activity for the current mobile phase. The nature of the stationary phase and the analyte influence the choice of solvents, additives, and gradient. The objective of the experiment is to identify the vanillin in vanillin essential oil sample, and third, to determine the amount of vanillin in vanilla essential oil sample using the response factor method. Instrumentation is mobile phase, pump, ejector, column, detector, and the data system.
Next, I will continue this video with methodology of the experiment. So, for the first slide, I will explain about two solutions, which is vanilla essential oil, solution X, and the second solution is working solution. We will label it as solution Y. So, for the vanilla essential oil or solution X, 10 mg of essential oil was weighed and placed in a 10 ml of volumetric flask. Next, the essential oil will be dissolved in the ionized water or the eye water. The second solution is working solution or solution Y. 1 ml of solution X was pipetted into a 10 ml of volumetric flask. The solution was made up to volume the deionized reach. Next, for the sample preparation, 10 ml of vanilla essential oil was poured into a small beaker. The liquid then stirred using magnetic stirrer in order to remove the carbonation. 2 to 5 ml of aliquot was filtered through a 0.45 micrometer pore diameter membrane filter to remove particulate matter. 10 micrometer of solution Y were injected into the HPLC to generate the retention time of vanillin. The peak area of vanillin was measured. Next, 10 micrometer of vanilla essential oil was injected into the HPLC instrument. Lastly, the peak are obtained correspond to vanillin measured and recorded referring to its retention time. That's all from me.
The table 1 shows the result of this experiment that determined by high performance liquid chromatography, which is HPLC and isospectrophotometric method. The vanillin result for HPLC is 2.76, while for spectrophotometric method is 3.15%. Then 3.56% is samples HPLC result, while spectrophotometric method is 3.89%. Next, the table 2 shows the result of retention time and peak area for vanillin and sample. 1.392 minute and 1.373 minute are the retention time for vanillin and sample. Other than that, the peak area of vanillin for vanillin is 86.7734% and for sample is 30.7752%.
The amount percent weight overweight for vanillin and sample determined by the HPLC technique and the isospectrometric ACM method. The results show that the spectrometric assay consistently generates higher value than the HPLC method for vanillin and the substance tested. Vanillin is not pure, which is mixed with other compound and observed at the same wavelength area in the spectrometric assay method, which could explain this. This will result in a high level of observation. Although HPLC uses a UV detector, the sample is separated before it reaches the detector cell by passing via a C18 column. This causes only vanillin which is detected, and this also indicates relative smaller analytical result. This method, on the other hand, is significantly more accurate. If a sample is separated first, such as with a specific chromatography column, UV spectrometric can be more accurate. This method yields that the same result as the HPLC method with a standard deviation of less than 1%. These present data agree with previous data, which is the amount of vanillin for 4 samples determined by isospectrometric assay yield higher than the HPLC method. The treatment of X1 and X2, a vanilla sample Y1, and the extraction method of Z1 all influence the vanillin content of the vanilla. Applying to statistical analysis utilizing variance analysis, ANOVA, this happened in both the HPLC and spectrometric method. The recovery process obtained is 99.77% of the required vanillin standard with an average concentration of 3.49 ppm using HPLC analysis, which is valid enough for the next measurement. It can be calculated that the method used to determine the concentration of vanilla by HPLC is valid, in this case, in the same condition of measurement. The analytical results from various other methods are also valid. The objective of the vanilla curing with scalding in hot water, drying in the oven, or drying in the cell was to stop vegetation growth and to chance enzyme for vanilla flavor. From the table, the highest vanilla content is as scalding in hot water, the cut cure vanilla and saltization extraction 3.56% by HPLC and 3.89% by spectrometric method, then followed with drying in the oven 3.20%, 3.72%, and drying in the sun 1.82% and 2.20%. There are a lot of precaution steps that should be taken, which is to avoid the error in the measurement of sample. The R level must be perpendicular to the reading number on the thermometer, so there is no error in the reading that can lead to error in the calculation. Next, to avoid damage to the stationary phase, select a mobile phase that is suited for the need, especially pH. A pre-column can sometimes be connected in front of the injector. The pre-column is silica gel when the analytical column is bonded to the silica gel, so that the mobile phase can be saturated by the silica gel before entering the analysis column, preventing the silica matrix from dissolving in the analysis column. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I am Muhammad Hafiz bin Muhammad PINI. So, in conclusion, the retention time of the standard solution vanillin is 1.392 minutes. Then, the vanillin peak in vanilla essential oil sample is 30.775%.
That's all from us. Thank you.